and the tape. So that's why it's good, Pearl. It's all right.
Can't lay that down because the dog will have it.
Well, here, you can put it here between us.
Well, what are we doing?
Oh, we're just going to sit down here and talk.
I think you're about your brother.
He's getting what you're talking about, then.
He better not be.
Yes, he's already.
Doggy?
He's been getting in everything he's standing there.
Well, I really appreciate you getting a cool spot for us in the shade. Mom's got a little sun. If she moves toward Leonard, she won't have as much.
She's bright
Yeah.
enough.
You could move over toward him and be a little more in the shade. That's the best we can do for you right here.
I hate to sit that close, but I reckon I can to gather the sun.
All right.
When back before you had water at the house, I was saying last night, how did you wash clothes? Or what was the normal routine?
We didn't wash. When dirty, brushed them.
We carried water by the bucket. We had quit.
Now, first of all, we had rain barrels at the back of the house, and if it rained enough, we could catch the water and push the wigtail aside, and we used that to wash with.
Push the water side.
The wiggle tail.
Oh, the wiggle tail.
Remember those?
Mm-hmm.
And we used that for wash water, and we had a wooden rack. We had 2 of the big round wash tubs, and
An old black wash kettle.
I can remember when we washed on the rub board very well. But then we had the washing machine, the gas washing machine, before I left home.
Yeah, before you left.
Yes, but I can remember when we washed on the
Mama
wash
bought
board.
some old ringers that we would
Put on this wooden rack. Right. Sometimes
What do you mean gas washing machine?
Do you remember Mama bought the washing machine?
That
Not
little
while I was
gas motor.
home.
That little
Well,
gas
before I
motor.
left home, she had it.
No, I
You could
done
hear it
it.
all
Well,
over.
you're older than I am. How do you figure that?
You could hear it all over the neighborhood.
We got ours when Barbara was baby, or Betty.
You were already gone. Man.
But
They
if
lived here in the
I
house.
guess so. If I had Barbara as a baby,
They
I guess.
lived here in the house with us, though.
we
Part of
didn't
the time.
have rainwater, then we carried water from the branch more than the spring because the spring was limestone water and the soap wouldn't dissolve. We used lye soap. It wouldn't dissolve in the limestone water.
Mama, how you make lye soap?
Well, you want me to go back to the old-timey way?
I just want to know how you make lye soap.
Well, the way we made it when I was little, we took planks and stood them up like you stand that one there and another up here and boxed in. All the winter we took our ashes and poured them in there every time we took them up out the fireplace. And had a cover over it. The hens would lay in there on the ashes. In the spring, we went to pour water in there. There was a little trough at the bottom and we used one of these round, kettles like ovens. Caught that lye, put it in a kettle, put some grease in there with it and boiled it. That made the thin lye soap. Then we got to where we made it by the way it's on the can. And we put
The regular lye in.
with a regular lye. But that was our lye soap. But now Rowena is all off on our easy way of getting water.
How do we get it?
Well, in the kitchen in the house, old house, when we had the kitchen that's in the table in the house, I made me a sink. I took aluminum, this, like you cover the house with.
Oh, I remember that
I
thing.
made me a sink. Well, police says, well, if you're going to have a sink, we'll just have running water in it. So he went and bought a faucet, put a barrel up on the ship on the outside, built a platform up there, and put a barrel up and run that faucet through in
I
the house.
remember that.
And we'd wash at night. The girl was going to school, and she'd carry me a sack full of clothes down here from Eugene. And we'd wash at night, especially if it was raining.
Mm-hmm.
We could just keep the running water out of that and take our water.
Well, that was the rainwater.
It was the rainwater.
Yes.
And then we'd take our water when we got through washing the tub and pour it through the sink and run out.
We didn't use it that way very much.
No.
That's not enough of a group
We
to
used
stay in my mind
we
that
used
much.
it that way for a
This
while.
was in the later years, though.
Yes.
I mean, when I went to high school, that's when you're talking about. And that was 1939.
What about the older days?
Yeah, we was talking about the older days
When we
when we
was
carried it
kids.
from the spring.
When I came up that hill with all the water in the bucket.
I'll bet you didn't carry not 1/10 of what water was carried. The only times you ever went, just me and Papa couldn't go.
Oh, come on, Leonard.
That's right.
Did him and my daddy ever carry water for washing, Mama? I can't remember it.
I can't get a thing in my mind about it. Don't remember them ever bringing it.
We used to have the old wash kill. What big tree stood right out there? What big tree stood there and we had the wash kill under it?
It was right close to the gate of the fence that went out there. Had to be an apple tree or some kind of something.
Persimmon.
Oh, you mean across the road?
Persimmon was
Just
right
here in
here.
this corner. Well, all the cedar trees were along in
big
front
old
of the
tree
house.
right here. It stood right here about where the mailbox was, wasn't it?
Oh,
where the mailbox was, that was
persimmon.
persimmon.
That's what I
we
thought.
didn't wash over here on this side of the
We
road.
did later in years, Mama, when we washed for Aunt Eileen and Andrew Nash and them, when we took in wash and stuff like that. After we got the ringer tied, we washed that here.
I didn't think we had it on that side of the road.
I can remember only one time that I did a total week's wash by myself. And I was so proud of myself. But I did it down by the spring.
On the rub board.
On the rub board. Did the total week's wash. And I just thought I was really grown up then because I could do a whole week's wash by myself.
What day was washing?
Oh, any day it didn't rain.
Mondays.
And the clothes were all dirty.
And you wasn't in the field at work or something.
We didn't have a set day for it.
Spare time.
You didn't. You wore a pair of clothes till it just got to where you couldn't wear them.
Well,
Right?
in the field.
You didn't wash clothes every day and you come in out of the field.
No.
I mean, you didn't pull them off and throw them in the dirty
But we
clothes.
didn't have on a pair of clothes for a week.
You didn't send it dirty.
Overall.
You might have worn your
Overall, we
overalls.
probably did, yes.
Well,
I
I'm
wouldn't
talking about
have-
when we was out there plowing and working.
Right. No, you didn't wash clothes then the way you wash them today, for sure. And at one time, I remember we would hang them on the fence between the house and the garden. But then, most of the time, I think we had clotheslines then as I was growing on up.
We usually
lot
had
of
them on this side of the house.
Yes.
On that ice tree there.
A lot of people put them on the garden fence, which was made of
Palings
palings.
and sharp points at the
Yeah.
top.
But we didn't hang ours on the paling that I can remember.
How did they make those palings? Cut them out by hand?
Tell me
I don't
how-
know. I didn't make none of them.
No, tell me how you tell how them was made. I can't. I don't know what was that thing they used to push down and.
I don't know, but we never did make none of that.
I know, but you know how boards and palings was made.
Well, it's made.
They didn't cut them out by hand?
Why,
Did they have a machine?
No, they had something like a drawing knife of the thing that they put straight in at the top and rip it clear to the bottom. And they boards and palings and any of it like that. They cut it the length they wanted it.
We just split them.
Yeah, they split them, but there was some kind of something that they used. What did they call it?
No, they made shingles and everything for a house.
Now, you had a fence around the garden?
No, our garden
where
was
was the garden?
behind the old house where Leonard has some garden now.
But they was fenced around.
And there was a wire fence around that. Now, the paling fence we're talking about, I can faintly remember it. Do you remember where the row of bee gums sat at this end of the house when you were very small?
That ice tree.
By the ash tree, there was a row of bee gums. Okay. Beehives, I get you.
No,
The railing fence would have been between the ash tree and the house. Just a little. Along that way.
You mean
no,
the panel?
Lena, we didn't
Toward the
have
smokehouse.
wire fence around the
No.
garden when Walter Ray had come in here, but evening and when the hogs would all be in the garden, that was right.
No, but as I was growing up, there was some kind of a wire fence back there.
But down at the lower side, you know, that was rail, and the hogs would be in the garden, and we'd all get down there and.
What was there
No,
when you
but we
pulled
had
the
some
thing
wire
over on my
fence.
head and cut my head, brother?
Apple tree and some green apples.
And
There.
old hen house.
What was that?
Mom, remember when we would walk around the side of the smokehouse and go down the path to the outhouse, down at the corner of the garden? All right, that was a wire fence.
That was a woven fence.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It was a wire woven fence. We didn't have a rail fence there around the garden. And that same fence came across the back between the house and the garden.
But now it was rail next to the barn down there where the
It
barn
might have
is.
been by the barn.
Wasn't there then.
No, it might have been back there
But
because that
that's
separates
where the
field
hogs
from it.
would come in.
Right. Pearl brought a pawpaw apple. Is that what you call it?
Yeah,
here today. Leonard, how come we don't have a pawpaw apple tree around here? I didn't know
I
it.
don't know where none's at.
They're in my wood, the house. I didn't know it till my son
I
came
want to
out
get one. This is something new to me. I know the name of it, but I hadn't seen one before.
I didn't know they were out there, and he showed me there's at least 4 or 5 large ones and some small ones. Tell her what a chinky pin is that we used to take to school.
What?
I mean,
what
where
did
we
it grow
got
on? A bush like
Grow on a bush, small bush or tree.
these things you're growing down there?
I don't know.
Yeah, they'd be similar to those hazel bushes down there. I mean, not when they really got big, they not, but when those like those small bushes down there.
I can't remember the chicken pen or how they grew.
Well, there was one right out here, the other side of Charlie Owens, by the barn down there on the old road. There used to be a tree there. I don't know where anymore around here.
We didn't have one any place around here, I don't know.
No, we had sarvice trees around here.
Sarvice is what I'm trying to think
Now,
of.
okay, what is the
Sarvice
sarvice
trees.
You have them
right.
over here in the clay pond right now.
Well, I've
What's
not
that?
seen them lately.
Used to have.
We used to have years ago.
Mama thought there's one over there now.
What
They
is
may
that?
be,
Did
but
you
I
see
haven't seen
something
it.
over
Not
there?
this year, but they used to.
Years
always
ago
put
they
'em
used to
there.
be.
What is it?
They have little, what do you call them, berries or what on them.
Fruit?
You eat them.
Yeah.
Squirrels eat 'em.
Sarvice?
Similar to a dogwood berry. Right, Leonard?
Yeah, something like
They're in little clusters, right? Yeah.
I don't know that.
Yes,
We need to find
You
those.
don't remember seeing
No.
them?
I don't remember us
sarvice.
ever eating a berry
Yeah.
like that.
Tell you what we should have, here's a buckeye tree.
That's what we were trying to think
Do you
of.
remember when the kids from down around the river, Burgess Falls area, would bring buckeyes up to school?
Like a necklace out
That's
of
the only place I can remember seeing them. I don't know of a tree.
We had 2 in there in a box on the house.
Why don't you mean a tree?
No,
No,
buckeye.
the buckeye is key. We had 2 of
Well, they might be somewhere past.
Are they good luck?
I wouldn't say so.
Only if a special friend gave it to you. I think we used to keep them in school. They were specialists and then special gave them. And of course there were some of those guys from the river that bring them up and they were pretty special.
How old were you two when Leonard left home?
I was 12 when Leonard married, but they lived here for a year, probably. So I
I
was
was
still a
14.
very early
them.
teen.
He married in 1939.
No, I didn't. I married in 37.
Married in
37.
37.
Daddy was born in 39.
Right.
I was only, well, you wasn't 13 then.
I was 12 when he married. Yeah.
No, 14.
Now, when you all 3 were at home, how were the bedrooms assigned?
That depended, Jim, how often Cleve went to town. I changed petitions in the house most every time you go to town together. So that was sort of hard to say.
No,
That
and
depends on whether it's summer or winter, too.
as a usual thing in the winter, we had the one big back bedroom. It had the real high post bed. And then Leonard slept in one, we slept in the other. And that old room in the back room there.
Well, what was the front room on the left? What was
Yeah.
their living room in later years?
Yeah, right.
Well, now in the wintertime, part of the time,
You
I
slept in the little
Yeah, the
I
bedroom
slept in a little bedroom.
on
Yeah,
the back
later in
room.
years.
Yes, down from the dining room. Now that was what was the kitchen at the time you knew the house. It used to be a little bedroom. No entrance from the front rooms. You had to go around through the early kitchen and dining room.
When we were children, they had a thing called the each, the etch, I-T-C-H, the each back then. We got it one time.
One?
I think so, one. Well, anyway, she put sulfur and grease on it. Yeah, and this didn't smell good.
I thought you put that on for lice.
No, we didn't have, I
I
can't
don't
remember us
recall
ever
having
having
lice.
lice.
No.
And Mama got the lice when you were young, right?
I think I did. Mary Ollie one did, and I believe we both did
On your head.
when we
The
were
lice was on your head.
children. But Jim's got the each.
We got the each,
You
which
like
you
the
scratch
school
between
one.
your fingers.
Well, it's a virus that you can catch. It's contagious.
But that's the only time you put sulfur and grease on them.
Anytime kids would come to school, you'd watch their hands to see if they had a germ that you didn't touch, things they touched then if they had it.
Then they got this ointment on the market, right? Oh.
I took you to Dr. Clark. I wasn't certain your hands was in awful shape, and he wanted to know if it was across your stomach. And there wasn't much, but he looked and he said it was each. And I don't know why he thought I didn't have no money with me. He just handed me some money to go up to the drugstore and get some medicine for him. And I went and got it and took him the change back, and then we paid him back. But Bell and Elrod and everybody around the community borrowed that bottle to go back and have it refilled. After we got it one time, then
was it an ointment?
It was just ointment to use instead of the soap.
That sulfur didn't smell good. Mama wore a quilt.
The more yarn blows, the worse it smells.
But we had big cedar trees along in front of the house, and grass won't grow under cedar trees. And that was our play area. And we played hopscotch in that dirt area.
You don't have to play hopscotch?
We played marble. What was roly-holy? Wasn't that the name of the one where you dug the hole? I must teach that to Scott with marble. We haven't played that game yet with marble. And that's where we spend our time, free time mostly.
No, cedar trees back and forth like that?
Yes.
How many were there?
7?
I've forgotten the number.
Yeah, they was where they cut that cottonwood. That was where the stump was dug out of one of them. They was a row clear up and down there.
Big trees.
Oh,
was
huge,
old
old
like
ones.
7 or 8.
Really?
They were here in
Oh, they were here until after I had left for some years.
They were here in about 1904 when the first house burned there. That's what burned that side of them.
Yes, they were.
And burned that side of the ash tree.
Right.
And then they were here. Well, you cut part of them down, Pearl, while we was in it.
It would have been late 40s, I would say, when they were cut.
While we was in it.
Yeah, the last ones were cut in the late 40s.
Yes.
They're just getting old, or you just want to change?
Oh, they were old.
They were
old.
very
old.
old.
Who built the second house?
Walter Holiday, that's burned it
At what time?
in 1905.
Shame on you.
Oh, okay.